Hi, Bear Creek. This is Pastor Brook, and this is day 9 of my daily vlog, paddling through the mountains. The mountain being today, or at this moment, January, trying to get through January. How do we do this thing? I remember about a year ago when Cindy was in the middle of the pandemic, and she was, had just learned a couple months before that she had to stay home. She loves going to work. And so she had kind of worked things out at the house and had everything worked out. And so I asked her that day, I said, well, how do you think, after the day was over, how do you think it's going for you with all this? And she said, well, I think I'm doing really good. I've had great presence. The Zoom thing seems to be really working. And I think it's going great. And then I just looked at her and I said, well, yeah, maybe, but I don't know if you realize this, but your shirt's been inside out all day. I had just noticed it. Sometimes we have days like that. Let's just admit that. And I think one of the things I want to say today is that's okay. I decided I would have an inside out and backwards day today myself. We can have those days. Some days are just better once we know we got through them. There might not be anything great about that day that we just had. We live in a culture right now that is such, we're so into prosperity. We've been taught, and we've had self-help book after self-help book kind of try to teach us that keep going, go, 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 go. And there's nothing totally wrong with that. But underneath it all is this idea that when things aren't going well, that there's something wrong with us. Kate Bowler is a gal who writes several books, and in her books, she talks about how just immersed she was early on in her life in the idea of prosperity gospel, and the idea that God is going to bless us always with a better life, always a better life. And then she got cancer, and she struggled mightily with that. And she wondered, one day she was at the hospital, and she was looking there at the hospital at all these self-help books, and all of them were just screaming at her that she was inadequate because she had cancer, and that there was nothing they could cure with her cancer. So there are times in our lives that we just aren't going to be going forward, that we might be going sideways, or we might wake up a day and realize that our shirt's inside out. That's okay. God doesn't insist that we always get better. There may be days in our lives where we just tread water, and that's a good thing that we do that. So think about that. Our belief in God is not based on everything getting better. It's based on a God who is there with us in the tough stuff. Simply loving, not making us have to get somewhere better, go higher all the time. And let's rest in that today. Let this be a day of Sabbath, a day of rest in the middle of the week, where we just breathe and allow our God, who loves us, to be there for us. And everybody said, amen. Thanks.